Well, we'll be starting here. How do I plan my future while finishing my postgraduate degree? Well, actually at that time we are very restless and aimless, and it is that age where we really want to do everything very fast. Everything should be just in a span of time. Yeah, 5 saal ho gaya, MBBS, 3 saal MS, now you should jump into private practice. But the fact is that you can't. It has to take some time, and believe me, it will take some time if you really want to come up nicely. So what I have done is I've just divided my options which I have after my post-graduation into a roadmap. You can immediately jump into private practice. You can go abroad. You can have an institutional academic career. And lastly, you can do a fellowship and then you'll go into private practice. We'll go into positives and negatives of each. So what happens when you immediately go into private practice after your post-graduation? Well, it is good for people who are from very small towns or very small villages wherein you have hardly a single or maybe no ophthalmologist in your area. People who want to live in remote areas. What are the positives which come out? You've got a good family time with you, with the wide social network you have. The recognition in the society is very quick. Suddenly, he's really very good in ophthalmology. He cured me very fast. You do basic ophthalmology practice there. You can treat general ophthalmology. You can do general ophthalmology. You can treat cataract, glaucoma. That's it, I suppose. But then what are the negatives? The insecurity is always going to be there. Why? Because every year there are so many ophthalmologists coming out. Somebody with a better degree, with a better qualification, maybe with a fellowship might come in your area. And the skills are under question. Why? Because you've done only your post-graduation wherein you were actually under someone and you were trying to pass that exam rather than learn. Because nowadays it is the post-graduation, post-graduation is that's more important. Later you might put over your decision that did I do right or not. Your academics and research are again under question because you're very happy, laid-back approach in a very small term. And what is your contribution to ophthalmology? Again, there's a question mark on that. When it comes to the recognition in the ophthalmology or the ophthalmic society, it's really faint recognition. And then you have the hospital management hassles and the staff hassles. It's not easy. Mind you, I am running a hospital there. It's not very easy. You train someone, by the time he becomes good, he's gone. Then suddenly you have another guy who's really zero. So you get frustrated at first. The second is settling abroad. Well, it's really good. Your academics, you are forced to have good academics. You can't settle abroad without having good academics. As well as your skills improve, your oration improves automatically. You are more research oriented. You get wide academic recognition and you get a very good quality life. You're very happy there. But it's not easy. It doesn't come at such easy cost. It is demanding. You need to be regularly updated for that. And the medical legal aspects are really a big concern there. You get sued very frequently. As compared to India, it's hardly anything. You might get away with any ordinary or subordinary procedures, but not there. Your social recognition there is not that good because the social network is hugely different there. And at times when you are down, you actually, some people, I mean, it's my personal view, it might not be with everyone. Yes, you feel a bit homesick at times. And the third is the academic area. That is my favorite. It's an ideal. Why? Because you are into an institutional practice. There's no investment required. You get a wide social recognition, a wide recognition in the ophthalmic fraternity. You're very satisfied because you are shaping ophthalmologists after their PG. All the big names which Madhu showed up. I mean, if an institutional practitioner is that, he is actually training ophthalmologists to go back into their places, respective places, and do quality ophthalmic services. And you are again safe from medical legal and the hospital management hassles. And the only drawback which I feel are the financial issues when it comes to institutional practice. I might be wrong, but this is what I feel is the institutional guys don't get paid the way a private practitioner does. I mean, he earns a lot. And finally, fellowship first and then going into practice. I think fellowship is a must. It should be preferably a long one. Why? Because it teaches you to be disciplined. You rise above the ordinary, and you've got a very broad mindset and thinking. Why? Because when you go into any practice or you go to any city and do ophthalmology, you do a subordinary case, there will be something which will be going wrong. Similarly, your colleague, your ophthalmic friend will do something wrong. So the patient usually comes to you for an opinion. Now, here, what people with a narrow mindset who are not into these fellowships and all, they usually have not seen the complications. That is what I feel. So they usually say, "Yaar, wo doctor ne acha nahi kiya, main hota to acha karta." And then when your case goes wrong, you want the other doctor to praise you. No, he's a good guy. He's been trained outside. So that thing goes out of the window. You follow ethics, and you are more patient-friendly, research-oriented, and definitely are very skillful and confident as compared to the previous one which I mentioned. But then it takes a lot of time, investment, getting a hospital, and then getting the NOCs, the recognition, the accreditations, plus the commissions you pay, the government involvement and all. Every time a government servant will come to you, the firefighter or the fire person or the municipal corporation guy, it really is very hectic. Yes, you have got now medical directors or the PROs or the lawyers and everyone helping you there, but it actually is your setup. So end of the day, you will be responsible for any wrong which is going in your setup. So these are the negatives of that. Now the subspecialties, Madhu already mentioned that. Plan one which interests you, and end of the day you'll earn equal by the end of the career. Why? Because I'm not talking about the money part. If somebody is less on money, he'll definitely score more on when it comes to academics and name and fame. So that is what I feel. But yes, a few branches do require a huge investment. So that has to be kept in mind always. And then finally, this is my favorite slide. You have to believe in yourself. You have to back your instincts. You should have faith in your decisions. Now you do so much of research in buying a mobile phone or a pair of jeans. Oh no, this Android, no, I want OS system, I want this, I want that. And then finally you choose it. Your parents say, "Beta, itna mehanga mobile kyun liya?" Pops, this is this, it has got this and that and that. You've got so many ways to convince your parents. You bought such a huge, costly mobile phone. Why can't you do it in your academic things? You should plan and you should believe. See, a person can only guide you to a certain extent. My grandfather used to say, you can take the horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. Okay? So it's our decision. We have been taking decisions for ourselves. It's not that always our parents do it for us. We have been taking decisions, but what happens here is, when it comes to the big decisions, we are a bit nervous. No, you should back your instinct. You should plan and execute the whole program. Please don't give up halfway and don't quit that easy. Tendulkar had his downs in his 24-year career, but he didn't give up. Kamli was more talented than Tendulkar. He hit 2 double centuries, first and second matches, but Tendulkar, no, he persevered. So, and the only person between you and your success is you. So, that is the thing. I think that suffices for the session. Time is over. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for